Yo, what's going on, guys? It's Houston Sports Talk back into the video today. And today, the Houston Astros optioned Seth Martinez to AAA. This was a little bit of a surprising move, but I think actually a smart move by the Astros. Seth Martinez, who's been great this year, he's pitching 41 games with a 3-2 record and a 2.92 ERA, pitching in almost 50 innings with 34 strikeouts, and has a really solid WHIP at 1.22. Seth Martinez has been great this year, but he's been overused a little bit, and I think the Astros right now, with him potentially needing some rest right now, would like to have the extra guy in the bullpen if he's gonna need a couple of days off after being a little bit overused. He pitched on July 31st in yesterday's game on Wednesday and pitched one inning. He pitched on July 28th and pitched one inning again. And then on July 24th, he pitched 2 innings against the Oakland Athletics. So, he's been a guy who's pitched a lot this year. He's pitched, look at it. He's pitched 49, almost 50 innings in 41 games. So, I think there have been a couple times this year where the Astros have rested him for a long time, where it's been 4, 5, maybe 6, and I think at the most maybe 7 days where he doesn't pitch, because he's pitched so much this year where the Astros want him to be rested. And Dana Brown said something in a press conference when trading for Caleb Ferguson, who they acquired from New York, and wanting to improve the bullpen. And one of the things he said was that they wanted to give some of their bullpen guys some rest, and they wanted some of the guys that have been overused this year and pitched a lot, and guys that they've relied on to get some rest. And I think Seth Martinez is one of those guys. I think Taylor Scott is one of those guys as well. This is a guy. Look at Taylor Scott. Obviously, you're not going to see Taylor Scott optioned to AAA. It wouldn't surprise me just because of the fact that he's been overused to the where he could be getting some rest as well. We just saw him pitch 3 innings on Monday against the Pirates. So he's been a guy who's pitched a lot this year. So Seth Martinez gets optioned to AAA. I don't think the Astros plan on keeping him there too long. However long they want him to rest, if it's 3 days or it's 4 days, maybe it's 5 days. For right now, he's going to stay in AAA. I don't think he's actually going to play in AAA. I don't think they're sending him down to AAA for him to play in AAA. They're sending him down to AAA so they can get an extra guy in the bullpen, where it's not to the point where Seth is just sitting there and you're wasting a bullpen spot. Get him rested. It brings an extra guy in the bullpen. And if I had to make a prediction, I'd say whenever it's the point where they're ready to bring him back and he's ready to go, I would say that most likely you will probably see Sean Dubin, sent back to AAA. Right now, if you look at some of the worst guys in this bullpen, you got Sean Dubin, you got Caleb Ferguson, the guy they just acquired. Ferguson's been good in the month of July. If you look at the month of July with the Yankees, 3.66 ERA, I don't see him going anywhere. Sean Dubin's a guy who has struggled with the Astros in his last couple outings, and it got to the point where Sean Dubin actually got optioned, and they called back up Caleb Ort, and he's been great. He's been great, and I don't see them putting him back down in AAA. That could be a candidate to get sent back down in AAA if and when they call back up Seth Martinez or promote him again. But I think some of your top options are. Caleb Ferguson is an option if he starts struggling with the Astros, but he's been good in the month of July with the Yankees. We'll see how he does with the Astros though. But I don't think he'd be an option. But I don't think that will happen. But it is a potential chance. But I think most likely it'll probably be Sean Dubin that gets optioned back to AAA once Seth Martinez is rested up and ready to come back and pitch for the Astros. But I think they want to give him some rest. But this year he's been great, 2.92 ERA. Look, I will say this year, even though it's been a great year, he has had a little bit of a rough month of May, I will say. The earlier parts of the season, if you look at month by month, were great for him. He didn't give up a run in March in 2 or 3 outings. In the month of April, he had a 2.57 ERA. In the month of May, he had a 1.69 ERA. The month of June was not great for him. The month of June was a 5.40 ERA. And then the month of July, he pitched 8 games, and in those 8 games, pitched 10 innings. So that's that's a lot. I mean, I think he's had some. I believe that's the highest he's pitched in a while with innings in a month. He pitched 8 in June. He pitched 16 in May. He pitched 14 in April. So he's pitched a lot for the Astros for a relief pitcher. A lot. I mean, 16 innings in the month of May and 14 in April. But he hasn't been great in July, but he hasn't been terrible. He hasn't been so bad in the month of July to the point where he gets optioned. A 3.72 ERA in the month of July, pitching 8 games, giving up 11 hits in 10 innings with 5 runs, 4 earned runs, 2 home runs, 5 walks, and 9 strikeouts. I know that isn't great, but that's not terrible enough to get optioned at AAA when there are other guys in the bullpen like Sean Dubin who is pitching way worse. He's getting optioned at AAA because of the fact of him needing some rest and them having the chance to call up someone or, bring up someone that is an extra arm in the bullpen. Let me know your thoughts on the roster move for the Astros in the comment section, and peace out, go Astros.